Al Capone, the notorious gangster, started life as an ordinary boy in Brooklyn, New York. Born in 1899 to Italian immigrants, young Al's life was far from privileged. He faced hardship and poverty in his crowded neighborhood. Al's time in school was short-lived. He dropped out by 6th grade, turning instead to the streets. The rough streets of turn-of-the-century Brooklyn became his school. Al fell in with gangs, attracted to their promises of easy money and respect. He learned the ways of petty crime, proving himself to be a tough and ambitious youth. Among his early mentors was Johnny Torrio, a seasoned gangster who saw potential in Al's ruthlessness. Torrio would eventually bring Capone to Chicago, a city ripe with opportunity for a young and ambitious criminal. This move would prove to be a turning point, setting the stage for Al Capone's rise to infamy. Little did anyone know, the name Al Capone would soon become synonymous with organized crime itself. Chicago in the 1920s was a city of contrasts, booming industry alongside rampant lawlessness. This environment proved fertile ground for Al Capone, who quickly rose through the ranks of the Chicago outfit. This powerful crime syndicate, involved in bootlegging, gambling, and prostitution, provided Capone with the perfect platform to build his empire. Capone, known for his sharp mind and brutal efficiency, climbed the ladder of power. He organized the outfit's operations, ensuring maximum profit and ruthless control. His methods were brutal, eliminating rivals and consolidating his grip on the city's underworld. Politicians and law enforcement were often on his payroll, ensuring his illegal activities continued unhindered. Capone's reign reached its peak during the Prohibition era, when the ban on alcohol production and sale created a lucrative black market. He controlled vast networks of breweries and speakeasies, amassing a fortune through the illicit liquor trade. His reputation grew, earning him nicknames like Scarface from an early brawl and Big Al. Al Capone was not content with operating in the shadows. He craved power and recognition, becoming a public figure as much as a criminal overlord. He cultivated an image of a benevolent benefactor, often seen handing out money during the Depression. However, this generosity was a facade masking the brutality of his regime. Capone's name became synonymous with violence. He was suspected of orchestrating numerous murders, including the infamous St. Valentine's Day massacre in 1929. This brazen attack on a rival gang, resulting in 7 deaths, shocked the nation and solidified Capone's position as public enemy number 1. Despite the mounting body count and blatant disregard for the law, Capone remained largely untouchable. He controlled judges, police officers, and politicians, ensuring his freedom and the continued success of his criminal enterprise. However, Capone's arrogance and high profile would ultimately prove to be his downfall. By the early 1930s, public outrage against Capone's unchecked power reached a boiling point. The federal government, under pressure to act, assembled a team of agents led by Eliot Ness, dubbed the Untouchables, for their supposed immunity to bribery. Rather than pursuing Capone for violence, Ness targeted his finances. Ness and his team meticulously built a case against Capone for tax evasion, a federal offense. They raided his breweries and speakeasies, gathering evidence of his illegal income. In 1931, Capone's reign finally came to an end. He was found guilty of tax evasion and sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. Capone's imprisonment marked a turning point in the public's perception of organized crime. It proved that even the most powerful gangsters were not above the law. Though his criminal empire crumbled, his story remained a cautionary tale of ambition, corruption, and the societal impact of organized crime.